Hey everybody, Shay here for a quick unboxing video of something that I just ordered on Amazon Prime, of course. It was a bit of an impulse buy, but it's likely, very likely, a slippery slope going forward. I know my tendencies. I know what to be worried about. This is one of them. I basically spent an evening researching My Hero Academia figures. Now, I know that there's the Todd McFarlane toys. I'm a big fan of McFarlane toys. I was collecting them in the late 90s when they first started. I got a bunch of sets from the Spawn series. But in looking at some videos, reviews of the McFarlane version of the toys, especially of Midoriya, and I forget who else, but the figures themselves, the bodies and stuff like that look great. The faces did not look so good. And then put together, like with All Might and Midoriya, they didn't look good together. And so I'm like, damn it, I wish I could support McFarlane toys, but I don't like the way that the characters look together. The more recent ones that have come out on the line do seem like they're integrating better. For example, I know Ida just got released and he looks pretty good. But anyways, I turned to Banpresto. Banpresto looks like it has a set of figures that actually do feel like they work very well together. And so I'm going to open this up here with y'all and let's take a look at it. All right, so the first one out is, of course, you can tell by the box immediately, had to be the first order, of course. This was actually the easiest one to order because it was available on Amazon, and it was available, I believe I got it for less cost than I could find it anywhere else. It was available in a couple other locations, but anyways, this was the best one for the price. Japanese packaging, there's the My Hero Academia sign right there. Now I'm wondering, like, I think I read something about Todd McFarlane has an exclusive on figure creation. I don't know if it means North America or if it's just the States. I'm in Canada, but it could be possible that there's some sort of exclusive deal that makes it so that these figures have to come from imports. Let's take a look at the side of the box there. Age of Heroes is the name of the series that this was a part of. It was the one that looked the best to me, the most cohesive to me, and so that's the one I'm starting with. And we have Age of Heroes right there. Let's pull this out. Why do you have to be so difficult? Anyways, I do think that these come in bags like this. Yeah, you kind of have to put it together, and it feels kind of like the cheap way of packaging this. And when I say cheap, I'm not disparaging. I'm saying it's cost effective, and so you can make the cost of these more affordable. This was $30 on Amazon. I found it in other places for about 40 to 42, etc. And this is in Canadian dollars, so it's likely cheaper in the States, but they're pretty costly. In some cases, it was even higher than that because I guess these start going rare or something, and people start marking up the prices. Some of the characters are becoming extraordinarily difficult to pick up at this point. I think I was kind of going on like what the ones I'm kind of looking for. Wow, but the figure modeling is so good and sturdy. It's crazy for the cost. I mean, it is $30 for a figure that is not posable. It's just a standee, but I don't care because I put things on the shelf and I don't care about posing them. That being said, the McFarlane toys did look really cool and very posable, so you could probably get some really decent kind of positions with them, like action shots and stuff. That would be pretty cool. But I mean, this is solid. This is solid. It's actually pretty weighty for what it is. It's not cheap plastic. You got the holes right here in the feet so that he can go on the stand here. We'll do that now. But anyways, in my research, looking at these toys, I mean, Wish.com has these for so cheap. $14. This one is for $14 on Wish.com. Do I think that it's the legitimate version of this on Wish.com? No, absolutely not. I don't. I checked out some YouTube videos of people who did buy some of these figures on Wish.com just to see their quality, and sometimes you'll see like the seam from the press, so they can produce them with cheaper materials, get them out. The painting is also like some of the line work will be a little bit sloppier on the Wish versions, and so what these buyers and collectors will do, they'll buy them on Wish because they're super cheap. We're talking half of the price, if not more than half of the price at times, and then they'll just touch them up, paint them up themselves, you know. If that's what your hobby is, then it works out. I did see one review that took basically a Midoriya head from one figure and put it onto the McFarlane toy, and it looked great. It looked actually to scale to the All Might, but the All Might and Midoriya, they just look super awkward on the McFarlane toys, and that's unfortunate. I like the pose of this one, the Silver Age costume, of course. He's got the smile, you know, always coming with a smile, and like I said, it's just a solid. It feels structurally solid. I'll be honest, it's bigger than what I imagined. I mean, I saw a couple videos kind of showing it, but I didn't have it at the context to scale until now, you know, and I mean, there's my hand. So it's a pretty decent sized figure. The other ones I wanted, of course, the mains. I want Midoriya, I want Bakugo, and I want Uchako. Of course, I want Ida if they eventually do hit. I don't know if I don't remember. I didn't look too deeply. I looked deeply enough just to get the ones that I wanted or the ones I could find for now, and then we'll go from there. Anyways, and then but I do want to talk about this whole Wish thing because I do see other options on Wish which are for like smaller PVC. So like the ones that are more like maybe an inch. They look really neat though, and they're in cool positions and poses. I think there's one box you can buy which are it's like a random pull. It's like a blind bag pull. Those were cool, but I don't want to buy an entire box just to kind of get the 6 figures that I want. Those look cool enough for me to chase down on eBay or something like that. Shipping always kills me in Canada. That's the other thing. Is like if you can get them from Amazon, you get free shipping. It works out. I was able to go to Walmart.ca and pick up Bakugo and Midori, I think there, and there was limited quantity, but thankfully picked it up. So those are coming in. And then for Ochako, I had to go to, where did I go for Ochako? Oh, I found it on Amazon, but I think I paid a little bit extra. Let me see my orders. Yeah, man. I went to Amazon to find Ochako and I paid $50 for Ochako to get imported. So all of a sudden you can see, so $30 for this dude right here. I lucked out. I believe he was on sale. I don't know how. I lucked out. I guess I found a $30 one. Then I got the $42. So I think Midori was 40, Bakugo 42 on Walmart.ca, and I'm gonna be getting Ochako for $50 off Amazon. And then we'll see what comes after that. Here, Tokyo Ghoul. You got to push back, Tokyo Ghoul. There you go. There's All Might. He's now going to be in the frame, and we're going to get the other 3 friends. Well, Bakugo. We'll see. In any case, they're going to be lined up there. And of course, now I have a bunch of extra space here. I'm maybe slipping down that slippery slope figure collection. That's going to be rough. Some of these figures though look so good. They look so well modeled, but man, some of them go to $70, $80, $100, $120. My mind was blowing. I'm like, some of these don't even move. They're just literally just figures. Maybe they're bigger than All Might right here though. But they look spectacular. The craftsmanship is amazing. I'm a bit of a sucker for that. As you can see from the Warcraft toys I was collecting, the reason why I collected those is that I love the care of the design. That I think those are DC Unlimited. They look just spectacular. I love looking at them. There's some up there on this corner. There's some on this corner now. There's some up on the top shelf, like the deluxe figures. I got some running up the top there. Many of my Spawn toys are still in the packages. Some of them have broken over the years. The legs have fallen off, the arms, like the divots. So that's unfortunate. But that's why these figures right here, they're just solid PVC. It's cool. That might be what I chase down. Just cool action figure poses. And man, something about My Hero Academia has immediately hit this fascination point in me. I love the designs of these characters. I'm only in volume 2 and I'm in. The final verdict is, do I think that they're a little bit overpriced for unmovable figures? Yes. The McFarlane toys are somewhere in the range of $25 to $30 and they're posable. Again, if it was just the head quality was a little different on the figures, that would absolutely be the best bang for your buck. But this one so far is super well crafted. It does feel like really high quality PVC. It feels like really high quality modeling. And I feel like the spirit of the books is captured inside this figure. If you're cool for paying for that kind of quality, that kind of simplicity, then these are decent figures to pick up. I would wait for sales. I don't know where to get these on sale. That's my problem, and I needed them now, so I got them. Anyways, that's it for this unboxing video. I'll catch you on the next ones when the other ones arrive. Hey everybody, Shay here for another unboxing of a figure. Now I'm covering this information up because it's not actually mine, and I don't know what this barcode goes to, but you can see right here in the lettering, it says 6-inch Ezra Bridger AF. Like, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, no, see, Star Wars, I guess, Black Rebel, Ezra Bridger, Star Wars, 6-piece. I don't know. That's not what's in this box. They just used it to put my figures in for some reason, which is strange because I think these came from Walmart. We'll find out. I'm going to give this thing an open. Theoretically, Midoriya is in this and Bakugo. Okay, here we go. Let's find out. Mystery package. This video turned into something entirely different. Oh, I see. So it was a seller on Walmart.ca, but it wasn't Walmart. It was a seller called CMDstore.ca. I really hope they sent me the right figure. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at a confirmation here. We do have Katsuki Bakugo and we have Izuku Midoriya. Let's throw that away. I mean, I could have just pulled up and just kept opening this, I suppose, huh? But you know, that's the way I roll. I make it a mystery as I go. So we have Bakugo here, and Midoriya is in here. So there we go. A little strange, right? Like, I mean, I find them a little strange. I know that the size of these figures are actually, if I hope I'm right about this, they are quote unquote relative scale to the to each other. So let's open up Midoriya first. Here, first of all, Bakugo, you want to take a seat for a sec? Let's give the front stage here. Now, that's the thing. It's thrown me off because I mean, this wasn't the I don't think this is the one I ordered. Is This might be a different brand. I mean, this might be a different line. Call me crazy, but Age of Heroes. Well, it looks like I might be getting a free figure out of this. That's what that's what it's looking like to me. Anyways, we have this version. I think this is from a whole different series. I'm not familiar enough. I know that there were a lot of things to look at when I was doing the research, but I wanted the Banpresto Age of Heroes line. So I might have to, talk to the vendor. Or, I mean, I don't know how this works. I've never had to, I don't know, figure this out. I'll figure it out. Anyways, I do like the mask on this figure. Don't get me wrong. I think this figure, I did see other figures that from Banpresto that weren't part of Age of Heroes line. I don't remember it being called this. What is texture? I mean, I can't read that, but I do like the quality is friggin' superb on Banpresto toys. It's superb. This is it's a great designer, toy designer, figure designer, you know, so I'm really impressed. I mean, look at the quality. I mean, I haven't even pulled out the figure, but you see that? Like, it's just such great quality. I mean, it's called texture.Maybe that's the whole point of the line, is that they actually focus a lot on the texture of the gear that they're using. I mean, it's amazing. Let's pull it out. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's still packed more or less the same way. A lot of gutter there, but in any case, we have the figure in here. This is, of course, done, these bigger boxes, is to take up the shelf space in the stores, because if you get more real estate on the shelf, you're going to get more eyeballs on it. You get more eyeballs on the object, the product. You're going to make more sales, etc., etc. So here's Midoriya, and I mean, I do have to potentially look up. I mean, this doesn't have the stand, so that's already telling me I'm fairly certain I'm not wrong about this. This is not of the right set. But hey, you know what? If this means I get a free figure out of this, I'm going to be ecstatic. I will take a free figure, of course. I can already... It's got weight to it, but it's not as heavy as All Might. I mean, I only have half of Midoriya, so hold on. I presume it's PVC. I mean, kind of heavy-ish. Anyways, here's the two pieces to put together. I do love the mask quality there. The hair is really good. The hair is really good, considering how, like, you know, not spiky, but like how many different ridges there are here and stuff like that. The creases and the seams are great detail. They weren't kidding about the texture on the gear there. Even that wrinkle is really cool. It shows the definition of the form underneath, and it's just the texture of it is solid. It feels like ribbed armor. Okay, so there you go, and it seamlessly sticks together because the seam itself was above the belt there. You can't tell these are two separate pieces at all. It has weight to it, so it definitely has weight to it. It looks amazing, don't get me wrong, and maybe it mixes in, you know. But I do recall that the different lines had different costs, and some of the costs got extreme. They got pretty significant. I like the bigger feet or the boots. Like, I like that it's almost... It feels like these things are worn, like legit. I know. But I'm saying it's a sculpture, but it actually feels like they've taken the form into consideration, and these objects were then molded around this with the clay or whatever they used to like create the original model of this. And they really took care. They really took like detailed care to make the shoe feel like it's a shoe on a foot. I don't know what this piece is right here at all. I mean, at all. I'm going to keep it around, and maybe it's on the box and I missed it, but I can't see what it's for. Anyway, so I'm going to put this dude aside. Let's check out Bakugo. Now, Bakugo, of course, is of the Age of Heroes line. Funimation, we got Banpresto, number 8 already. Jesus, he was already number 8. I'm all over the place. It's all right. It's all right. I don't need them all. We got we got the side right there, and then Age of Heroes. Let's open it up. A lot more condensed spacing in here with the box. I mean, again, it's a side character. I mean, Midoriya, you want Midoriya to stand out on the shelves a lot more, of course. Main character of a series, etc., etc. Let's pull the sucker out. That's all the garbage. And see, there we go. We have the platform. That is what's to be expected from the Age of Heroes line from the looks of it. And let's get out the body figure. Oh yeah, with those awesome gauntlets. That's my favorite part of Bakugo, honestly, is the costume. I mean, Bakugo as a character is cool, but I think what really makes him stick and iconic is immediately, I mean, before I even knew it was Bakugo in Volume 1 somewhere, when I was very unfamiliar with things and where things were going, etc. But I saw those heroes, and I saw that in the foreground there was a dude with the big arms with like that. I mean, it was these gauntlets. It was Bakugo, and it only dawned on me who it was as I kept reading. You know, so you can tell right away that's a good design because it was immediately memorable. All right, ow, that was really spiky though. I kind of like ow. His hair is really spiky, man. It's really spiky and sharp. Good lord, man. And so there you go. Bakugo head. Now here's what I'm talking about, which that was my problem with McFarlane toys. Do you see this? So these aren't going to be their size. This is an entire different line. This is why I don't collect from between different lines. I have to collect from a single line because of stuff like this. Wow, this is really gonna hurt. Ow, 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 ow. That was really sharp. Here's this Bakugo all together. It feels really good. Of course, none of these pieces move. It's all solid PVC. It does have some weight to it. It's obviously smaller. From a size perspective, obviously not the scale. As we've talked about, still an awesome figure. Still a line I would buy, but I'm fairly certain it was more expensive than the Age of Heroes line. But we'll have a talk. We'll have a talk later, Midoriya, and your friends that are out there somewhere for the need a home. We'll talk about it later. We got the grenades here on the belt, really good. Again, it's much more simplified detail. You can still see the muscle form under here. The wrinkles are really well done, but nothing like this one. You know, you can tell right away that there's a designerly quality that is 1 degree elevated in even this figure than this figure. And I consider these figures really well designed because they get the character right. Like the face feels like it's from the comic book. It feels the likeness is there. Man, the hair looks great. The fact that they were able to pull off even both of these hairdos is pretty insane. You know, from a modeling perspective. He's got the burst coming out here. These are a little bit bendy, so the packaging sort of, you know, made this thing bend a little bit, but I'm sure that you can eventually make it, I don't know, bend backwards with enough work. Muscle definition is crazy on Bakugo. It's ripped. Look at this stuff. Jesus Louise. Let me get him on the stands here. And let me get a first look myself like this. Yeah, for real. So see, that feels right. You see the size difference? Adult, 15-year-old. And so the size makes a difference when you put these on a shelf to see that there's a relative size. There's an honoring of that so that it allows these figures to work together as a cohesive unit. And of course, then we have this guy. Shows up out of nowhere, who is not taller than Bakugo. Anyway, so there you go. There's 2 more toys in. One's wrong. I'm going to have to find out how to rectify that with the vendor. But in any case, I can wait. I'm a patient dude. We have another one of the line. There's 4 that I really want, like I've already talked about. I will eventually get Ida once he gets released. I'll get other ones if I start to fall in love with the other characters of My Hero Academia as I go. But for now, I'm trying to like just control myself because these are still pretty expensive for me to like. I just can't just splurge on this collection, and so I have a financial bandwidth. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, there he goes. I really love the toy. I love the structure of it. I like the form of it. It's really cool. I love this line, and I can't wait to get more of this line. But I might have to look up what else is available. For now, this line. Damn it. Or he's just gonna have to sit off on some other shelf all by his lonesome. I'm not putting these toys together. That's not how this works. No, you go up here. All right. Or maybe even on this side. Yeah, that looks good. There you go. Fill up that space. That's the space for Midoriya from Age of Heroes. And Uraraka, maybe I think she's sort of smaller. She's going to go somewhere in the front. Right in the middle. Something like that. Yeah, you fit. I might move my manga around. I might have to get My Hero Academia onto this side so that the manga can hang out with the solitary figure with the piece that I have no idea. Is it for your shoe? I have no idea. No. I'm just gonna hide that other piece in the back there because I don't know what it's for right now. And that's it for now. I'm waiting for Uraraka to appear next. I think her wait time was something like a month though. Hey everybody, Shay here for another unboxing of a My Hero Academia piece. This time for Uraraka Ochako. So let's take a look at the figure first, and then let's pair it up with the ones that I already have and see how they look together. Cool. All right. So there we go. Nothing else in there except the paper. Let's remove this. Uraraka. This is of course from the series called Age of Heroes number 3. We have the front of the box there. Uraraka, Banpresto. They make good toys. I've been looking at other Banpresto toys. We'll see. I gotta control myself. I really have to control myself because this can get out of hand very, very quickly. Now I don't care about these boxes, of course, because who cares? Bye. Look at the packaging. It's literally for space on the shelf. Just because you got to get the eyeballs on the stuff that uses the most space on the shelf, man. All right, open that up right there. Comes out as a solid figure this time. We have the base and her. So she doesn't have any pieces to bring together. Yeah, she feels, her legs feel super light. I find that amusing because she's got the whole gravity power. Feels heavy here, but see, but the legs themselves, they feel pretty light, strangely enough. Solid standing, of course. I find the design of her boots kind of interesting because it makes her look like she's standing with her feet in. Well, she does stand with her feet in, sort of like that. Just the heavy bow here on the outside. I find that an amusing design because it accentuates the whole knees in. And then it's just that cute girl stance that I find happens a lot in anime, stuff like that. Her powering up, pretty simple stance. Again, the modeling, less kind of detail that they have to do on this particular model because everything is so smooth here. Like the fact that they're high heel boots. Yeah, on that camera right there. So her face looks pretty much like the manga as well. It's pretty well designed. The hair, a nice texture on the hair too. Again, just the texture. Everything is way simpler on this model. Absolutely. This is not wanting to. There we go. At least compared to Bakugo, she's very simple. Here, let me pull him out because he's got all of this extra. He's got all those extra wrinkles on the pants, right? So his hair is spiky, crazy craft on that hair. Hers is super simple in comparison. And her clothes, of course. I mean, obviously very slick lines, very simple. And there you go. So size-wise, I feel like this is why I love this set. They actually feel like they're relational. Forget what her size is in the manga, but she's at his nose, maybe. Top of her head is at his nose. So just kind of a tiny one. And then we have All Might here. Bring All Might to the table. And so adult. So it feels reasonable. It feels like they'd be cool on a shelf together because of that size comparison. Like she feels like a kid superhero. She doesn't. It's not awkwardly sized. So there you go. All Might as well. Like way slicker like her. So but then the forms, like the actual body form is really cool. The muscle definitions here are good. Everything's great, man, about these figures. I really like Banpresto's craft. Very impressed. So there you go. Now I'm waiting for Midoriya. That's it. Let me put it on this screen. Let's take a look. Let's put you back. There you go in the back here. Face the audience, please. Cool. You'll go right about here. There you go. And then we have Uraraka. Definitely lighter, but a smaller figure. She'll go right there. And then we'll have Midoriya right there. Eventually. And we have a textured Midoriya down here. I'm going to be getting a textured Bakugo as well in the future. This is going to expand slowly but surely, but I also need to control myself because these figures are shockingly expensive for what they are. Like you saw, super simple sort of forms, and especially for her. But her model is the exact same price as a Bakugo, which I find kind of weird because Bakugo has way more definition and just there's so much more complexity to this figure compared to her. But same price. If you get Mineta, I think Mineta's in the Banpresto line as well. The Age of Heroes and of course Mineta is even smaller than Uraraka. Same price. So they don't care. They're just like it's kind of like a hobby price. It's not even like what it costs to actually make these. It's sort of they all pay for themselves, right? You have some that are complex. You have the Minetas that aren't, or the Urarakas that aren't, and a collector gets whatever characters that they feel impress them most. But that's it. That's the unboxing. It was a quick one, but I wanted to put it out there just to show you what the collection is looking like in this journey, this noob's journey into manga, and I guess now figure collecting for the manga I'm reading, so it's still relevant, and I might be looking at figures for Demon Slayer. I can't help myself. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. Hey everybody, Shay here for another unboxing video. As you know from the previous video that was uploaded, I did a lot of Right Stuff purchases over the last month and a half. They're starting to trickle in. There's 1 of 3 orders have come in. One of the boxes had a couple toys in them. So the one I'm going to showcase today is, of course, you've seen by the title, is for Tanjiro by Banpresto again. I'm falling in love with Banpresto. The stuff I see from Banpresto is impressive. It's decently priced. The figures look of decent quality. There's a bunch of them behind me, of course, from My Hero Academia. And this one in particular on Right Stuff, the order says something like it could only be sold outside of Japan. So there might be some sort of licensing agreement or some arrangement. And I think that this isn't like the original cast, maybe something like that, that there was one made for outside retailers, maybe, I don't know. Look, but here's the box. Here's Tanjiro. Yes, I'm gonna be collecting the Demon Slayer figures because I know I'm gonna fall in love with this series. Let's open it up. Let's take a look at the toy. And as standard, there's always another one of these suckers inside, which we can just pull the toy out of. All right, Tanjiro, where's your head? There you go. Let's get you out of here, out of this body bag, shall we? Ooh, the hair is always so spiky and so ouchy. Every time I pull it out of a bag, I'm like, God damn, that's sharp, man. There's Tanjiro's body, and we have the standard base here that I do love these because it allows us to then, of course, put them on shelves safely, etc., etc. So let's take a look at the quality real quick. I mean, again, solid feeling figure. Sorry, Tanjiro, you want to put your head on before I like... Ow, 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 it hurts. There we go. There he is. He's got his already very recognizable coat, the green and black checkered coat. Great detail on the clothes already, even the ribbons here. Yeah, very cool, very cool. Like this dude was definitely the most detailed one so far, but there's a size difference right now. I mean, he could be legit. He could be a short dude, you know? It might still be scaled. I mean, this guy is probably just a big ass dude. Anyways, the folds on his clothes are definitely this is the most impressive figure I've seen in terms of clothes so far, but it's his design also lends itself to that, you know? But when you look at the hair, it's like, no, they were not going light with the detail. I mean, there's no way I can hold this where the focus will just work for it. Let me open up a Google page. There you go. There you go. Get some light. There's Tanjiro, the first of many to come, I'm sure. I'm kind of waiting patiently. Oh my goodness. I almost wrapped this up. I found something else. Dare I almost throw it a sword. I just looked down and I saw that there was, where does this go? This? Well, that's the only open hand. It doesn't really fit in the hand. It doesn't fit in the hand. It's going to rest on his shoulder. So I guess you just kind of put it in place. You're not supposed to hold it on an angle. And I guess he's just you get to see a top view. He's basically resting the sword on his shoulder. Here, let me see if I can hold it like that. There you go, shoulder. Like so. Can't move him around. As soon as you have that in place, the open hand is really loosely holding the sword in place. Let's get the next box. Okay, now I'm going into territory where, of course, I don't have the context for some of these characters, so don't spoil me in the comments below. But I just wanted to get them now because the sale was on, and I had to take advantage of getting that free Canadian shipping. So I had to get the value up over the $250 mark. So there's the box right there. This one also says, yeah, sales outside of Japan only. And there's a Borg dude. Anyways, let's open this guy up. Upsy daisy. Oh yeah. And oh yeah, there we go. Okay, this time I'm gonna look out for some swords. Equally spiky hair and very painful quality there of the pants again, of the coat. Everything is smooth, slick, but the wrinkles, man, I love the just the simple details of the wrinkles. It has that form again and that weight. Same sort of leggings I just noticed. So maybe a little spoilery of myself, but there you go. So I mean, it's a Demon Slayer garb. I mean, I know he's gonna be doing Demon Slayer-y kind of things, so it's spoiler. I mean, it's the basic premise, but there's the dude of which I do not know his name. What is this though? He has like, I mean, I can't really tell because it's a whole blade. So that's an interesting quality because I mean the flap here of this jacket does not bend, but this is a legit full sword that's going to be underneath and around. They didn't fake it. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't just like poke this part out of plastic. It's like, no, there's a whole sheath behind there, even though this stuff does not bend and it sits on top of it. So very cool, very impressive. Obviously nothing moves. These are not, there's no articulation on these figures. They're just for display, which of course, is there anything else in there before I throw that to the side? And let's get you onto your stand. Let's look at them together. You without your sword because you don't want to hold that sword. Open up Google real quick for some lighting. So there you go. It's he's just a little bit taller, a little bit. They look about the same size. And let's open up the third here. Again, I don't know their name. It'll be in the title below, of course, because I had to look it up. But same scenario here. Sales outside Japan only. And it's Yellow Coat dude. There you go. And she's coming in somewhere. I forget what order or from where. But eventually I wanted to try to find them before they sold out because some of these look like they sell out. And it's like, well, when did they come back? So I got a little bit nervous. So I went searching across. Oh, man, I forget. I'll let you know if they ever arrive. And I will let you know the story behind that. But let's open this one up. Let's take a look. Yeah, the only reason why I know that they sell out is because I know for Tanjiro, at least for him, his scenario was absolutely that he's I don't want to call it a reprint. Recasting? I guess something like that. It's a different version. At least that's what the description said. So that let me know that, okay, there's a scenario where these could be collector-ish. I don't know why these things would ever go out of print if they're selling. I mean, why don't companies just keep making them, man? People want to keep buying them. Why are you throwing money away like this? Never makes sense to me. Same thing with the books. With trades and stuff that go out of print. Never makes sense to me. Particular Dark Horses, Lone Wolf and Cub. I have the Omnibuys, and I just dawned on me that I have 1 to 10. I don't have 11 and 12. Can't find them anywhere. Anyways, here we go. Whatever his name is, you'll see it in the title below. But again, same sort of texture on the pants there. He does not have a similar kind of boot, so I wonder if that's like a master-student scenario going on with these two, which, of course, these two, as opposed to this one. Maybe different schools or something. I don't know. Spoil me. Speculating. And again, really cool detail here because, again, they could have faked it, but the sheath is under the rope here. And yeah, very cool. This is one of the things I love about this series so far is like the IP is you can, I mean, I don't even have to say for you to know what I'm talking about, is you can instantly recognize what these characters are based on just their pattern. Like they have a distinct pattern to them that makes them who they are. Like this might mean something. I don't know. I'm the kind of person who will look into the meaning of why does this guy have two like stitched together, right? But anyway, I just like the idea of it. I wonder if it's going to have that extra meaning or that context. Maybe it's symbolically gonna come out in the story or something. I was just checking on that. I didn't want to break it though, but I like how the hand is just subtly reaching for it, about ready to pop it out of the sheath. And anyways, so put you on the base here. Did I put you in the wrong? All right, I'm going to do a size comparison here with Tanjiro because about the same size. So about the same size. I'm not going to get it like evenly matched here because of my setup. And of course, I'll turn on Google to get some extra lighting here and flare me out. But there you go. It's the same size, same sturdiness. I love them. I do. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I enjoy these figures so much. You can see World of Warcraft ones behind me. I mean, I have a lot of Spawn ones. Back in the day, I used to be a Spawn collector, Spawn toy collector, but now I've got a new joy because these sort of like they inspire me. I don't know what it is for other people out there who collect figures and why you collect figures. Let me know in the comments below, just so I don't feel like so alone about like why these are so impressive to me. But I see collections like these, especially when they match like this, which is why I had like such a huge thing about Banpresto's line, specifically having size, like the size being relative and it matching, because you put these on a shelf, you want to feel like you have these 3D models that represent the stuff that you're reading. It just helps me, I don't know, visualize and get immersed into these IPs, these ideas a little bit easier or a little better. I don't know what it is, but what are the reasons for you? Let me know in the comments below. There are more toys coming. I will do unboxings as they arrive from the different locations that I had to go and get them from so that I could complete sets, because my gosh, I have to complete sets. When I start something, I need to finish it. Hey everybody, Shay here for another unboxing video. It looks like everything is coming at the same time. Yesterday we got a bunch of books that are now on these new shelves, and now I have this box right here, which is going to be, it's covering the entire camera, but I'm gonna give this thing an open. There we go. Letter opener is enough. We don't have the special tape. This comes from, I always forget the name of this place, Big Bad Toy Store. Okay, back to this camera because that was actually not very convenient. I was knocking things over all over the place, opening the box, taking out some packaging. I got myself some figures. Oh yes. Start with this one right here. So, wait, what? Wait, no, I think everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everyone relax. We have the Age of Heroes Deku toy. I got really nervous there because, of course, I've got this one right here, but this one is the texture series. I was missing the Age of Heroes series, which I talked about a little bit on the unboxing video for the toys, the figures. Now, I wanted the set for this guy right here. I want these two. And, well, hold on. Midori, take a stand over there for a second. And this one. I wanted the trio. I needed the trio, okay? So I got it. Here we go. We got Midoriya. Let's put these over here on the side. We'll compare them in a second. So, I mean, let's look at the box first, actually. Jesus, I'm rushing through this. Come on, take it easy. I do find it interesting that it says Deku instead of Midoriya. Of course, this is Banpresto. This is number 2. What was number 1? Oh, number 1 was probably All Might, which, of course, is also in the collection. I'm sure you've seen it in the background. There's a freaking solid toy right here. Anyways, let's put you aside for a second. Got this side right here. I mean, indentation on the box, but these boxes are done in a way where it protects the toy on the inside. We got a close-up here of Midoriya. Let's just rip this entire box apart. And then there's this thing right here, which is, I mean, it just protects all the pieces of the toy on the inside here. And then we have ourselves the model, which will have a base. His head will likely be split apart. I already gotten used to these ones. There we go. We got the base. We got the body. It's crazy because it almost looks exactly like the textured version. The arm is in a different position, but even the color palette, everything looks more or less the same. Why does it feel so dark? Does it feel dark? My go-to is always to open up a good old page of Google to flare me out, but it does get me some light on the desk. Okay, so there you go. That's the body here. I mean, it's still pretty solid from a design perspective. Things I love the best of the Age of Heroes series is they really do close well, man. These folds and these ripples, they feel formed to the character. It's really, really nicely done. And as I put your head back on and destroy my fingers, oh, that one actually went on really easy. These have been really weirdly stiff, like difficult to push in, and their hair is so spiky that it legit hurts. There you go. He's on his base. Now, I mean, I just showed you the textured version, right? And it sort of feels exactly the same. Well, that's because it kind of is. I mean, the boots are shinier. Of course, the paint is glossy on the textured version and matte on the Age of Heroes. The clothing, the best part about the texture series, which is why I love this set, and of course I can't focus well enough, but like this is all textured. It has like a kind of ribbed feeling, like fish scale feeling across this entire thing, and that's what makes this just friggin' amazing. This toy texture. I mean, the hair, though, for all intents and purposes, yes, there's more detail here. There's a bit more waves, sort of, but not really. I mean, there's the height difference too. So it's a significant height difference. But the clothing is exactly the same. His armband is exactly the same. His pouches are in the same place. The boots are more or less the same shape. Everything is the same except for the hand going up. So there you go. And now he's supposed to combine with. Oh yeah, there you go. with the Bakugo toy, and that's why I love this set, is because they're all height. They have relative height to each other based on the series. Of course, that's the best part of these kinds of collections. You get them, and they actually model to the book. So there you go. Bakugo is just a couple inches taller from the looks of it. Could be his hair. But no, he looks like he's about 2 or 3 inches taller. I think that's about right. Anyways, these two toys, man, together, they look great. They look great. And then we have, of course, Radika, which there's the height comparison there. So she's just a couple inches shorter than Midoriya. There you go. There's the three of them. And then, of course, they work well with All Might, which is, of course, an adult. So he should be adult sized. And that's why I love this series. These are all the ones I'm going to get so far from Age of Heroes, because I think these are the nicest ones, and I'm not familiar enough with the other characters that are in this set. Now, of course, I'll get more if it makes sense to get more, because I get into the series and I start finding characters that I like. But there's some that I'm kind of like, nah, I could get them, but for the cost, I would rather get other figures. So there you go. There's Midoriya. Let's put him on the shelf. And next, we have another Banpresto figure. We have Nezuko from Demon Slayer. Of course, I'm super behind in Demon Slayer, but I am very much looking forward to the series. Now, of course, we do have... Oops, there goes the sword. I forgot his sword was sort of loose in this one. It's of this figure line right here. I've already talked about how much I love Banpresto. I continue to love them. And this series is, again, relative size comparison with the characters in this series, which is really fun. There's the dude here. I do know you can get him in a kind of, I guess, more, I don't know, what is that? Like a same tone kind of figures. Like, I think they all come in this tone. I don't know if it's so that they can match. I don't know if that's something in the plot. But in any case, there we go. Let's open up this box. Let's take a look. How is this tape so good? The tape is so good on these friggin' boxes, man. Anyways, so her hair is more strandy, which I find interesting. I don't remember that being how it looked like. Oh no, I guess in the image it's kind of strandy. Okay, let's open it up. So they do have some separate stranding going on here with the hair. It kind of looks more horrific, to be honest. I kind of like it. Again, solid body structure on the figures that get created, and a friggin' phenomenal work on the clothing and the folds. It's my favorite part of these particular toys. They're so solid, they're so simple, because of course there's no articulation in these, But man, so well done. But even the digits, like, of the hand, the toes, like the fact that there's just a sliver of cut there for the toe for the sandal to go in. Like, the details are just so good, man, on these figures. Okay, let's pop her head on, see how this looks. There we go. She looks really cool. So there we go. We got her to match her brother on the shelf. That's what they look like together. Again, awesome size comparison. I already know that she can sort of grow in size in the manga, but there you go. I like it. I like the combination. Let's get the other one out. I have no idea who this guy is. I legitimately don't know his name at this point because it's nowhere on the box, and I haven't gotten to that point in the manga. But there's a boar-headed dude, and there's a version of this guy without the boar head. You can get it with a human head. But I'm familiar enough with their potentially being other students or other schools, things like that going on. I already have, this guy appeared in volume 1 already, this mysterious guy. And then we have this one here, which I don't recall. He wasn't one of the spirit dudes, was he? I don't think so. This guy I haven't encountered yet, and that's it for now. So let's open this up. So of course, no spoilers in the comments below. Please protect me. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, and here's why I'm getting ahead of myself. Because there are some toys, like that textured version of Bakugo, that they stopped making them, and that was it. That was it. I don't see it there's no indication of that coming back into production. I never understood why companies do that. I get it. You make things scarce, and so people have to buy them right away. But here's the thing. People want more figures if they keep selling out. Make more. You can make more money if you just keep making them as they run out. I don't know. It just makes sense to me. Maybe I'm just crazy. Not like it's part of my even real life work vocation to understand this kind of shit. It's very simple marketing. It's very simple. There's a demand. You make something for that demand. Okay, so I don't know what these are. I'm not gonna ask too many questions because I don't want to spoil myself. This guy is a rip motherfucker. Look at that. This guy is ripped, man. He's like a beast. I mean, for real. And he's so spiky. All of this stuff is so spiky. It's so spiky. And your head gets popped on. Ow, 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 ow. He looks cool. I mean, I don't know if this is just a mask. I don't know. I'll find out eventually. But I do like the little details there where, like, the fur. It's got, like, fur coming out the thing here. I don't know if that's, like, real fur or that's a boot. It's probably a boot going over, like, a sandal. Sandals. What am I saying? Like, questioning sandals. Yes, they're sandals. There's, like, a wrapper that hooks this fur piece to that sandal. Again, really cool detail. Pants. Wrinkles are awesome. More fur around the waist. Boar head. And, of course, popping them in place here. That one was a little bit rough to go in, but size comparison with Tanjiro, because that's the one I'm familiar with, about the same height. So, I mean, I'm assuming they're all students and stuff like that, but there you go. More or less the same height, and kind of a simple texture, but I mean, he did the rip, man. Now, what the hell is this? Oh, I see. They go, that's the first time I've seen another piece have to be put onto these figures. I see. So this stringy bit needs to be up. These are just sticks. I mean, they're not sheet. Look like there's a cord, and then put it on. Oh, that's these particular figures with swords and stuff that go in the hands. They don't really stick. I don't know if you're like meant to put a little bit of glue in these and then stick him in the holes. I don't know. He looks freaking badass though. I really like him. Never encountered him in the book yet, but he does look badass. Now, Tanjiro, I've already lost your sword. This is why I'm afraid of these things. This sword, like, it should go in his hand, you know, and it should be able to stay in his hand, but it does no such thing. It spins around. It doesn't do anything. It kind of goes there, and I don't know, you rest the blade on his shoulder like that. That's the only thing I can kind of see. His other hand doesn't look like it holds anything, and I don't think I can put, no, I was going to say, if that sheath actually allowed me to put the sword in it, that would have blown my mind. No. It's definitely closed. Okay, there you go. Come on, Tanjiro. Hold your sword, Tanjiro. So there you go. There's the other collection. Here, I do have to look at this guy's name. I'm gonna have to look it up for the title anyways. Focus on my pecs. Do it. Yeah. There you go. What's his name? Inosuke Hashibita. Something like that. Okay, there you go. So there's a size comparison in this camera, size comparison of these two, and quality. So that's it for these figure hauls. I'm pretty impressed. As simple as this figure is, I'm more impressed with her. I mean, Uraraka is good, but she's like, her design is very smooth all around, you know? And so it's hard to kind of see the high value of this particular Banpresto toys when they put a lot of like effort into the texture of things, you know? So Uraraka looks a little bit too simple. So there you go. They're on their shelf. They got their new home, and there's only one more order, I believe, that's out there coming in from Right Stuff. And you'll see what the rest of the collection looks like, and that will set the baseline for us to then move forward. I think I'm going to, as I start to read more series and stuff like that, I'll probably get other figures I want to collect. But right now, I feel like this is a good collection. I love these three right here, plus All Might. I wouldn't mind getting, of course, the Bakugo eventually if they ever reproduce that thing. Just those two together in the texture series look really great. But, you know, Uraraka actually probably looks really good in the texture series because, again, they're going to have that quality inside the mesh. Or mesh was the word I was looking for. The mesh texture on their clothing would make the Uraraka model probably stand out in a textured series. I think they're a little bit more expensive, but they look beautiful. But anyways, that's the collection right now, and I will catch you in the next stack of videos. Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire.